Need help? See you around.
Ready for action.
Take a moment to prepare yourself. I've got huge news. Neeks, allow me to introduce Megs and Morton, the gnomes who are going to shake things up for the Alliance in a big way. They've been perfecting a device that can take any ordinary animal and turn it into a humongous, unstoppable beast that we can then unleash on our enemies. I'll let Megs and Morton fill you in on the specifics, but I promise you, this tech is a game changer.
Interesting.
Alright. The Imbigifier is our greatest invention. Tell me your plan.
Off and away.
We present to you the Imbigifier, the product of Dakani intellect and gnomish ingenuity. Adeptly named, it makes things big. Technically speaking, it converts intelligence into size and strength, but we won't weigh you down with specifics. Our co-inventor, Grong, has selflessly agreed to become imbigified for the greater good. Once the process is complete, we'll unleash him upon the Horde. But first, we need to run a small test. Wait, that thing right there? Almost looks like a wind-up toy.
Reporting for duty.
So you're all up to speed then?
Next time.
You're a tall one.
We're still building a harness for the Imbigifier, but we need to test its core first. That's where the real power is. This technology is years ahead of the Hordes, but it's so easy to use that even an orc could do it. You guys can't see it, but I'm giving her a look like, excuse me? Because you know, because you heard that, right? That was a straight up insult to an orc. My main is an orc. I feel like she just insulted me. Just point and click. Ugh. But then again, how many times have we come across a gnome that is actually quite racist? No, I'm serious. I'm serious. There are times, even in Legion, if you did Stormheim, there was a gnome we ran into. He was a straight up racist. Like, oh, they probably only want those things because it's shiny. And I'm like, wow! There are a number of times I've come across gnomes, and they have dialogue where it's just straight up insulting just to another race's intelligence. I was like, oh, there we go. Oh, boy. Oh. Apparently I have to slay it. I mean, it didn't attack me, so why did I have to slay it?
Hey.
I thought that might happen, but, you know, that poor Clucker's mind wasn't strong enough to withstand the Imbigifier. But otherwise, it's working as intended. For optimal results, the Imbigifier should be used on someone with substantial intellect. Good thing our partner is as smart as they come. He and his kind have been empowered by Kajamite, granting them exceptional intelligence. Head up to the gorge and let Grong know that we're ready to begin the Imbigifying.
Seeing you.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna check something. Yup! I knew it. This is what's gonna happen to this Grong fellow that they're telling us to go see. I am assisting mad scientist gnomes. At least when I played this, the Horde, it was just like, oh my gosh, we have to defend our city and, the Zandalari people. Here it's like, we are doing all these things to prepare for an invasion. And I'm just like, I thought the Alliance were supposed to be the good guys, and the Horde were supposed to be evil. We are seriously about to do something horrible to these gorillas, or at least this one gorilla. Let's see how this unfolds. Have my partners sent for me? Is it time? Just to remind you, this is Grong. And this is Grong. This is where we're heading. Just keep that in mind. Because I have a feeling we're about to see something horrible happen to this poor gorilla. So, the time has finally come? I've been awaiting this day, the day my ideas would be brought to life. But first, I must see that the gorge will be safe after my departure. My kind are hunted like animals. Grong, you are an animal. No offense, but that's technically what you and your kind are. We've tried to reach a resolution through civil discourse, but these poachers recoil from rational thought. They revel in brutality. But then again, I guess, considering that he is literally talking to me, I mean, I guess this is kind of similar to the gorillas from DC, like Gorilla Grodd, where it's like, is he really an animal, though, if he's this intelligent? I ask you, who are the real animals? It pains me to descend to their level, but I fear I've exhausted all other options. Killed 12 Bilgewater goblins within Gorilla Gorge. Well, they're Bilgewater, so they're working for Galloway, so I don't feel that bad about it. Have you seen the barbaric conditions to which the Dakani are subjugated? Corralled and caged, awaiting slaughtered, or worse. I cannot leave here in good faith without first seeing that my kind are liberated. Free 8 Dakani highbrows within Gorilla Gorge. Oh, is he... Oh, he's joining me. Alright. So before I have to fight this guy in a raid, I will aid him. Oh, that's just gonna make it even worse. Kill or be killed. It's a savage existence. On Horde, you basically get nothing in regards to this. Or this character. But now that I have the context of knowing who this guy is while playing Alliance, that just makes that boss battle even more tragic.
It's too far away. Can't attack that.
I'm ruined.
I need to get closer.
By the way, I mentioned that we're probably not going to do Uldir on this character, but I do want to do Battle of Bizarre Lore because, from what I understand, it is kind of different.
I'm out of range.
Based on which faction you play when you do that raid. I mean, first off, I've heard it's a different order of how it goes. Plus, it's definitely one of the raids that I definitely see people going back to farm because of some of the rewards you get in that raid. Especially on Mythic. It's a shame, but we had to resort to violence, but I believe that this was the only way. Hey, 64. Got free 2 more. There's 2 right here. I like how he leaps with me when I leap. That's so great. I just love that. It's a little thing, but I love it.
I can't attack that target.
Ah! Caught in a trap. You are a true friend of the Dakani. You have helped me prepare my village for my departure, but now I must prepare myself. Meet me within the grotto, where I will say my farewells. Man, he is talking like he is fully expecting that this is going to be a failure, and that he's probably going to die as a result of what happens here, or with this imbigifier thing. I shall make my way to the grotto to say my farewells. Poor Grong. I feel so bad for him. Meet Grong within the grotto. Oh no, don't let me see. This is gonna make it even more tragic when I have to fight him in the raid. I am ready. Ever since the Kajamite began bubbling around the gorge, I have been searching for meaning. Why was I burdened with intelligence? What is my purpose? I have found my answers in the Ambigifier. I was meant to help the Alliance defeat the Horde. If I can save lives by volunteering, then my choice is clear. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of one. Did you just quote Spock? I am ready. Accompany Grong to Zibala. Let us head to Zibala, to my destiny. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. For Grong! For Grong! Poor Grong. Ugh. I know what you must be thinking. Why would any otherwise intelligent beast choose this path for himself? When I heard the gnomes were planning to move against the Horde, I knew I needed to lend my aid. Their device was rudimentary at first, barely able to double the target's size. With my help, the Ambigifier now converts intelligence into brute strength. Being the smartest of my kind, it made sense to be the volunteer. It's not without risk, however. The likelihood that my sharp wit will lose its edge is high. But as long as I keep this handsome face, should I really care? Oh gosh. I use humor to mask my anxiety. Between friends, I am a little nervous. Mostly worry I won't be good enough. I want to exceed everyone's expectations. But we're in this together, right? You won't let me fail. I want to become so colossal that the Horde trembles in fear at the sight of me. Whatever the cost, it will be worth it to see the Horde pay for what they have done. I know the risks, and I accept them. I am ready to become a weapon of the Alliance. I'm going to point out that there are quests on the Horde side to have the gorillas and the goblins actually kind of work together. So this, once again, slanted writing. This is a portrayal that the Horde and the goblins have been absolutely horrible to the gorillas, which is just not true. Because there were quests on the Horde side here in Zuldazar to have the goblins help out the gorillas. So them to actually kind of work together and build a relationship together. So, again, it's just like, it's so slanted trying to force you to see and think a certain way with this. Ugh.
Salutations!
You don't disappoint. Grong is the answer to all of our problems. I'll just need him to sign a few dozen documents before we get started. All standard stuff, I assure you. We'll need to collect some baseline statistics before we use the Ambigifier. Grong will be asked to perform basic tasks pertaining to speed, intelligence, and strength. This will help us measure the increase once he's been Ambigified.
Off and away!
You will serve as a protector during these tests. Plus, it's never a bad idea to have someone close close in case something goes wrong. But that won't happen. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Alright, I'm ready. The Alliance salutes your commitment to science. We'll measure Grong's speed first. There's a marker south of here. See how quickly Grong can reach it. So I've got Leap, Roar, which inflicts damage within 10 yards, Smash, inflicting one... I'm sorry, does that say it inflicts 1 damage to enemies in front of him? Okay. Converse with Grong. I am proud to play my part in the scientific endeavor that will ultimately be the undoing of the Horde. I would like to maybe imagine that part of his motivations he found out about what happened to Teldrassil. And with that being the case, I wouldn't blame him for feeling this way. Because of course a gorilla would be mortified at the realization of what happened to what the Horde did to Teldrassil. There's a lot of Horde races that should feel that way too. Nicely done! Next we'll measure intelligence. Converse with Grong. We'll moderate speech patterns with vocabulary. Was that a run-on sentence? It's fine, Morton. He knows more words than you do. Impertinent! Think he knows that one? Moving on. We need to make note of Grong's strength. So apparently I have to go have him take down one of these dinosaurs here. All right. Roar! Testing complete. We'll review the results back at camp.
Can I help you?
Quite impressive, really. Grong's in superb condition. Grong is already impressively large. In fact, I don't think our amplifier is going to fit around his noggin without some modification. I'll require an ample supply of ore to make the necessary adjustments, but we're in luck. The goblins nearby have already done the work of mining it. We just need to take it off their hands. Secure an ample amount of azurite-infused ore, and we'll be back in business.
Daylight's burning.
Pleased to meet you.
The amplifier is nearly ready. All that's left to do is calibrate its core. The best way to do that without catastrophic results is to use it on things that are already dead. Well, this should be a simple task. I have a hunch that you excel at making things dead. Thanks? Question mark?
Now.
I mean, I am a demon hunter, so I suppose that's true. Oh, hey, look, someone's doing that quest for the Dark Iron Dwarfs. Alright, let's see. Ugh, come on. Seriously? Yep. Target has to be dead.
I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer.
You can just see it coming. You can just see it. It's like, oh, it should be fine. It should be fine. The fact that we know where this goes, it's just like, yep. Oh yeah, this is a disaster just on its way. I feel so bad for Grong. He seems so nice. And the fact that he is gonna end up how he ends up is so sad. Okay, so maybe, yeah, because now I can't see the other. I can't click on the third one. Ah, okay. Do not bunch them together like I usually do, because otherwise I can't properly use the Amplifier on them. Good to know.
It's too far away.
Like, hey! What are you doing? That's our Azurite.
I'm out of range.
Okay. These poor crabs. Kill them and then use their corpses as test subjects. I imagine the gnome just asked that very casually. Like, oh yeah, just kill them and then just use their corpses as test subjects. What? What? What's the matter? Why you give me that look?
Closer.
Why do you give me that look? You're looking at me as if I just asked you to commit an atrocity or something. All I did was ask you to kill an animal, then experiment on its corpse. What?
I can't attack that target.
I joke, but you guys can't tell me that's not the first time that you've heard a gnome or a goblin ask you, or, you know, especially, well, I'm specifically talking about the gnomes, to do something like this.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Speaking of which, I found out that apparently if you use boosts on regular races to get the heritage armor, it doesn't count, like in terms of disqualifying you from getting the heritage stuff, like it does for the allied races. That's what I was told. Which means if I wanted to get the heritage stuff, or just at least show you the heritage armor quest, then I would just simply have to boost either a dwarf or a gnome or whatever in order to show you guys the quest to get the heritage armor. And to get the heritage armor, though. Oh. Someone here is doing that quest. Oh, yeah. There it is. Right there. I did have to get one more, so.
I need to target something first.
Right, one more bit of Azurite. There we go. It's like, hey!
Can't attack that target.
Look, sorry, but you are working for Gallywix, so if you're working for Gazlo, I'd feel bad. But if you're working with Gallywix, well, you basically dug your own grave. Cannot believe the Alliance are about to do something horrible to this poor gorilla just to get back at the Horde. Or just to stop the Horde. It's like, ugh.
Greetings.
Well, this should help ensure the Amplifier is a perfect fit.
Day to you.
The calibration is complete? Oh, splendid! I'll give you the quick rundown down before we get started. The Amplifier is remotely controlled. You see this big red button? This jolts the wearer with a surge of power, making them bigger. For safety reasons, you should remain here at camp. I think that's it. Are you ready to science? Full science! Test Grong's stats while ambigified. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Grong.
You
You have a great day now.
Look at that thing. What's with the swirly disc on it? He's basically becoming Gorilla Grodd. He's gonna use that to hypnotize us and be like, "You will now serve the gorillas, and the gorillas will rule this world." What? I've seen plenty of Justice League. Heck, I've even seen The Flash when they brought Gorilla Grodd into that. Would you look at that? What a beast! Definitely bigger, yes, but we still need to monitor his stats. Whoosh. You can now call me King Grong. So, certainly fashionable, but how's his intellect holding up? Me want bigger. Me can handle it. We can't recommend that, but we won't stop you either. Oh gosh, no. More bigger, more Grong. Deteriorating mental state noted. Direct him back to camp. It's time to test his strength. Oh gosh. Poor Grong. Grong strong. Strong Grong. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Grong exceeded all our expectations. I'd say this is a resounding success. Are you sure? Cause I don't think this is a success. This seems terrible. Grong is our greatest achievement, and he is ready to be unleashed. The Horde is staging its troops at a temple to the north. Magister Umbric's portal will get you there fast, and then Grong can get to work.
very well
Oh,
then.
man. Grong? Me, Grong. Grong, what is Kajamite? More bigger, more Grong. Grong? Are you sure you want to do this? Grong, strong Grong. Yeah, he's... This is horrible. This is horrible. You know, I don't think I remember this happening when I played as Horde, or hearing about this at all. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. We have destroyed his brain, his intelligence. I really want to know what Anduin thinks about this. Abort! Abort! He's out of control! Umbric, we need a portal pronto! Oh, good, you're awake. I'm sorry about what happened back there. Oh my gosh, and now they've chained him up. You know, for all the jokes and the stuff about how they are portraying the Horde as evil and the Alliance as the good guys, this is pretty awful. This is what they did to this poor, intelligent creature, using him to get at the Horde. I know he volunteered for this, that this is what he wanted, but... Ugh. This is sad.
Attention.
I'm not sure how I feel. The Ambigifier worked, but Grong won't ever be the same. I suppose it's what he wanted and what we need if we hope to win this war. I really want to see Anduin show up and react to this. Like, I want to see what his reaction to this is. Or does he even know? How many things are going on here that the Alliance is doing for this war effort is Anduin even aware of? Like, did Anduin ever find out what Greymane did in Stormheim in Legion? As far as I know, he didn't find out. Does he ever find out about this? I'm not sure how much longer those chains will hold. Grong is going to take a little nap until he's ready to be deployed. Use the start. It's been double dipped in something potent enough to take down a dire horn, so it should do the trick. Grong would want you to be the one to do it.
Good luck out there.
I'm so sorry, Grong. Rest well, big guy. You're helping us more than you'll ever know. Nice aim, Morton. Call in the copters. Already on it. Don't drop him, got it? Megatorque won't be pleased if he's damaged in any way. Once again, this is what happens to Grong. The good guys, everybody. Known as the Alliance.
New orders?
Grong will go down in history as a true hero of the Alliance. Now, yeah, I know. He volunteered, he knew the risks, he anticipated something like this could happen, but still, that doesn't make it any better. Your work here is done. Morton and Megs can take it from here. Head back to Borealis and let Halford know that we've secured the weapon. Don't you worry one wink about Grong. Morton and Megs will make sure that he is well looked after.
You can count on me.
Does that look like he got well looked after?
Ready for action.
I want to read the thing on him here. Once willing to sacrifice everything to serve the Alliance, the mighty Grong has been raised from the dead and pitted against his former friends. Fighting on behalf of the Horde would be anathema to this noble soul, whose only hope for release is a clean death. Now, you guys saw the Horde version of this raid. I showed it to you in my main playthrough, where you know that we basically have to fight him on both sides. I believe we fight the regular version as Horde, and then we fight this version as Alliance. At least I believe that's what it is. I'll have to go back and rewatch that part to see like whether or not he was living, as he was here now when the Horde fought him, when my Horde character fought him, to where he's going to be like that, which I believe I saw. Again, I gotta go back and rewatch that part just to see the details. Now that I know where Grong came from, since, well, you never find out anything about Grong when you are playing as Horde. So,
Hey there.
back to Borealis, please.
The Horde will fall.
Are you certain about this? Our secret weapon is a gorilla? I suppose I'll just have to trust that the gnomes know what they're doing. Thank you for your report. The Lord Admiral has proposed our next move. It's something that we don't think the Horde will expect, but it's dangerous. We're going to steal back the Abyssal Scepter. Your name came up as someone who could see it through. If you're willing to take the chance, meet Lady Jaina at our base in Zabala. She'll have more information for you there.
By the might of the Alliance, our enemies see only defeat.
Another 2,000 rep. Nice. I like that doing the war campaign keeps giving you more and more rep. Especially when you don't have to do the rep gate anymore for this campaign. And when you still haven't gotten exalted because you still haven't gotten the Dark Iron Dwarves yet. So at least this is now really helping me out. Back to Zuldazar we go when we come back. Stay tuned.